Hi everyone, I'm Chris and I'm the Camping Stitcher and I'm back with episode 27. Today is Monday, May 15th, 2023. Happy belated Mother's Day to all the moms out there. It's been a busy week, but I thought, I would get back to you with what's been going on. It's been about 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks. I have some FOs, WIPs, Stitchy Kindness. I have a new start that I started on Mother's Day. And I have a little quilting to show at the end. I'm probably going to keep this short and sweet. I don't have a campfire story this week, so I'm just pretty much playing catch up. But we'll see how it goes. So let's get started. First, I had two pretty big finishes for May. I've been doing the 5 for 5 from the strategy that Carol Saltbox Stitcher uses for her stitching in May instead of starting a bunch of things for Mania. So she does 5 projects, 5 days each, and then on the last 5 or 6 days of the month she stitches whatever she wants, and I thought that was a great idea. So along with my Webco, I decided to do this 5 for 5. I think it's 5 for 5 or 5 by 5. So I incorporated the 2 finishes I have, and I'll be working on my 2 Webcos and my Sal for PCS Hive Rules with Primrose Cottage stitches. So first, my first finish, let me get that out here. Kind of had it. I actually did record this before Mother's Day, and I didn't like the way it came out. So I figured, well, we'll just do that again because I was all over the place. Even more so than I am usually. Anyway, my big finish was Winter Sampler. This is by Crochet to Go-Go. And it is on 36 count Desert Taipan by Fox and Rabbit. It is done with the DMC, all the called for colors, and I'm so happy with the way it came out. This is a big sampler. I was hosting this along with Stitchy Linda, and I think Kathy Walker of Two Needles Pulling Thread is also doing it, and quite a few other people are doing it. I just really enjoyed this stitch. It's just so pretty. The white is a little ghosty, but if you get closer to it, you can see it. I did put my initials on it, and I really didn't change anything. I liked having the moose, the foxes, the owls, the snowmen, cardinals. They're all just, I love woodland creatures. This was so much fun to stitch. So that is done, and this will be, I think this will be framed and just put out during the winter. So who knows, I might leave it up all year long because I'm a rebel that way. But really super happy with the way this came out. And then my second finish is also by Crochet to Go-Go. And this is something I started a bit ago. This I started in November of 2021. And this is the advent calendar. It's I'm gonna mess this up. Calendario del Avento. I don't know how to say all that, but you get the idea. It's her 2020 advent calendar. It's she has an Etsy shop, and I will list it in the links below. She has really wonderful patterns. They're super easy to read. There is some back stitching, but it's just for the details. Like, this is the advent calendar, so it's just for like mostly for the little branches and the little detail around the candle. It's not really back stitching that outlines the actual objects. But anyway, I had been up to here, and I did all this in the second 5 days of May. so this is done. I had debated whether, if you could see the detail in these, they're so pretty. You can make each one of these an ornament. It would look so pretty on a tree. I had debated on the numbering. In her pattern, she goes and numbers it vertically from 1 to 24, and this is the 25th block. I preferred to have it numbered from horizontally, so I just changed it up and put the numbers that way. I think it's whatever you prefer. So I'm so happy with that little Rudolph with the cup of cocoa and the cookies and the tree and the sled with all the presents and the poinsettia. It's just so pretty. This I plan on, I think I'm going to border it in some coordinating fabric and probably use it like as a wall hanging, quilted, not quilting it, but sort of like a quilted wall hanging. And Amazon has, I've seen the poster hangers. They're wood and they're magnetic, and you can just clip them. The one goes on the top and one goes on the bottom to give it some weight. So something like that. I mean, it's definitely a seasonal thing. I'll have it out during Christmas, during Advent, and display it that way. But I think more of a wall hanging for that. So those are my two big stitchy finishes. Okay. So my WIPs, the other WIPs I've been working on, this is Webco calls for this month were 23 and 25, and one of those was Anton. So today's the 15th, so this is the last day I'll be working on this. I am using 36 count baby sheep by X Jude Designs, and I'm using DMC. And when I started, I just had this flower and this flower done, and the border, the basic border. I've added all the leaves in between, another flower here. I'm working across this, yes, this way. Oh gosh, let's do it the right way, Chris. I'll be working across this way to go across the top. I'm not really in the frame of mind to do the 1/1 pieces that are on this first page, so I'll leave them for later when my eyes are more cooperative. And so that's where we are, Anton. The border's all done and it's all matched up. That's one of my Webcos, and I'm using the 5x5 to work on that. My Webco is really fast and loose. It's like I have to work on something 4 days basically. So adding the 5th day in there is just gravy. But this is what she looks like when she's finished. I'm sure you guys have seen it. I know that Nancy, the Disorderly Stitcher, is working on it, and Ellie for the Love of Stitches has got a lot done on the top. Quite a few people are working on that. Beautiful. I don't really have any plans to do her sisters right now, but you never know. Okay, and one of the other things I'm working on this month is the Hive Rules by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And this is a stitch along, and there's a Facebook group, PCS Hive Rules. I'll list it below. And I am working on the 3rd section. So this was the 1st section, and then this was the 2nd, and then this is the beginning of the 3rd. These words, mind your, and it's going to say beeswax. I'll show you the pattern. But I'm using, this is the other piece of baby sheep from Anton that I cut off, and it's 36 count. And I am using the Vicki Clayton silks, which are very nice to work with. I don't know if you guys have ever tried Vicki Clayton silks. I actually love them a lot. They are, actually, if I was going to say what are my favorite silks, I would say Vicki Clayton silks. Now, I haven't ever worked with a Veriswa. I've worked with the 103s, and I've worked with MPIs. And these are just so nice. They don't get fuzzy. And I do have them on drops. I'm a rebel that way. So I definitely am going to be ordering. She does a lot of nice conversions for a lot of popular charts out there. So you just have to look at her. And if there's a conversion that you want out there, you just have to message her and she'll probably be able to accommodate you. So highly recommend Vicky Clayton Silks. I think the weight to me is pretty similar to a 103, but they're nice. They're very nice and a bit more economical. So that's Hive Rules, and like I said, they've sectioned it off. So this was the first section. This was the second section. This is May's section, and they'll keep going accordingly. But there's a Facebook group for it. You can join the Stitch Along. Anybody can join it. Let's see. Okay, and my other Webco call. I haven't really done much work on this. This is another Stitch Along with, I think it's Stitchy Linda. Yes. Santa Stops Here by Brenda Gervais. I ordered the, I don't know if it came all together. I can't remember, but it's on 36 count winter brew. I ordered at least the patterns from Farm Girl Dry Goods, and things are coming off here. But this is where I am. This is going to be the next 5 days after today, the 16th. So I'll be working on this until the 20th. So that's all I've got for now. And I am using the called for colors, except in the mortar. Stitchy Linda and I decided that we liked the ecru, and I don't remember. I think it was just the color that was called for was very, very close to this background of the winter brew. So we're changing it out to ecru. So that'll be tomorrow for the next 5 days. What we'll be working on for the 5 for 5. This is my kind of mania. And the last thing I'll work on, I think, don't hold me to it, it was my new start. So I've started this twice because somebody decided to started stitching it, and I decided to cut the excess material off, and I cut it the wrong way. So I've started over again this morning. But this is A Stitcher's Garden, and I'm using the conversion by Holly Jones, and one of her friends, I think, did it with the color and cotton. So I ordered the cotton pack from Primrose Cottage Stitches and the pattern. I ordered that, and I'm doing it on 36 count Tinsmith by Color and Cotton. I just really liked the gray. I know it's stitched on Water Lily, but to me that kind of looks grayish. So, and I'm doing it, it calls for 28 count. I'm doing it on 36 count. So I'm thinking I'm going to make this into maybe a little pillow, maybe a little stand-up. Who knows? We'll see how it goes when I finish it. But I'm pretty much where I was when I made the fatal cutting error. So that's the first time I've done that. And, you know, I blame it on just being gung-ho. Just not paying attention to what I was doing. So, no biggie. I wasn't very far. But this was my Mother's Day start. So, you know, that'll be number 5, I think. Yeah. Anyway, those are my WIPs for the month of May. And who knows? I know that I ordered the Blue Flowers new chart, Happy Campers. I ordered it from Lindy Stitches. It seems like she has it in stock. I know a couple of places had it for pre-order, but it seemed like she was the one that had it actually in stock, so I'm hoping it ships soon. And that's going to be a stitch along with Brandy from Beanie Stitchery. So I'm all set to go. I'm just waiting for the pattern. I have the called for fabric. I have most of the floss. I think I'm missing one color, which I'll find. And then that'll be, if that comes before the end of May, it's going to be added in there somehow. And I'm okay with that. So that's my WIPs. Now I'll have some haul. Okay, the first thing I wanted to show in haul is not cross stitch, but I forgot to show it the last time. And this is from my friend Felicia. She has an Etsy shop. It's Floss and Blocks. I think it's an Etsy shop. I'm almost positive it's an Etsy shop. Anyway, I ordered this fabric bundle because, holy cow, such pretty fabrics. I don't know if you could see it. I don't want to take it out of the bundle. Very patriotic. And I was thinking of doing a nice patriotic quilt. This is it's by Riley Blake Designs. It's My Mind's Eye, and it's called Land of the Brave. So pretty. And Felicia did send me a couple of examples of patriotic quilts that she was thinking of doing, and there was one that she had that was really neat. It was blocks of flags. So I think I might try to find that pattern, and this will be the next quilt top I do. But that was from last time. That's things I forgot last time because I had this. And I just forgot to tell you guys about it like I do. Okay, so other haul. Really, I just have some fabric to show because the Stitches Garden pattern was part of my haul. And I started that yesterday, so I kind of broke the rule. But, you know. This is the fabric for Happy Camper. This is 40 count. I'm going to do 40 count. Oh, boy, it's tiny. Mocha. Light Mocha by Zweigart. So that is for Happy Campers. And this is 36 count Milk and Honey by Fiber on a Whim because I just needed a little bit of light stuff in my fabric stash. Some threads. I don't want to take them out, but there's some of those are for Happy Camper. There's some needles. And kind of stitching related. My friend Nancy, the Disorderly Stitcher, showed me some sticker books that she had. I love these. I love these so much. I like them better than the big Bibliographica books. They're more they're smaller. You know, they have some kind of funky stickers in them, but I kind of like those. That's the ephemera. I'll link these for my Amazon affiliate links. You know, botanicals. I just more stickers for the Book of Days. And I finally decided to go ahead and get some floss drops done by Vistaprint. And these are the ones I decided on. It's a Clark's Milland vintage print that I was able to get for free. And on the back is the color, the number, and my socials. So I'll be sending some of those out in exchange. And that was the haul. So now I have a little bit of Stitchy Kindness, which was sweet. One of our last Zooms, my friend Brandy, who I'm doing the Sal with, the Happy Camper Sal, she was showing, we had a stitch night. I think it was a stitch night that we had, Teresa Kogut Stitch Night. She finished this chart. It's absolutely gorgeous. And she was kind enough to send me the chart because she was finished with it. This is just, you know, like I'm pretty much a sucker for woodland creatures. So I'm sensing a theme in 2023 with woodland creatures, deer and raccoons. And speaking of woodland creatures, we were out this morning and we saw Mr. Fox down by the stream. It was kind of cool. Anyway, and then my friend Nancy again, she sent me this awesome chart. I've never even heard of it. It's Caroline Suffling, 1848. It is so pretty. Don't mind the shine. And she also sent me some threads from the new releases from Market, from Classic Colorworks, which was very kind. Thank you, Nancy. Which I'm happy to have, because I didn't go ahead and order them for myself. So it was such a nice gift. Thank you, ladies. That is it for haul. What's up next? Okay, I have my notes, because, you know, I'm always scattered, jibber-jabbering. I do have my... I did want to say, last Flosstube I talked about that I had watched Rachel Needle and Flax. She was talking about DMC and their dyeing process and how it might have changed. And, you know, I was wondering about how do you find out the most popular colors? And, you know, Pam from Stitching Between the Lines, she just hit me with some logic on one of her comments on that last video. And she really does have a point. Eventually, you know, you're going to have to adjust to what's out there in terms of dye lot and if the color changes. So her advice was to just make sure that whatever project you're doing right now that has DMC, to have enough to do that project. So if a color changes and switches, then you would adjust your next project to accommodate that. There's really not, you know, I mean, we can't possibly store a stock of DMC to last a lifetime, although we have, you know, patterns and things like that to last a lifetime, but it's kind of impossible to floss, and things are always changing. So what she said really made a lot of sense to me. So if you get a chance, read her comment on my last video. It really does. Just, it was like, wow, why didn't I think of that? Why would we even try to stock up? Just stock up for the projects that you're working on, and make sure you have enough to finish what you're working on, is basically what she said. And that made a lot of sense to me. Really, I guess this is just like a very short, sweet video. I have a quilt to show, but at first I wanted to talk about my Webco. So, my Webco. So right here, I am going to be working on my, actually, fifth day of Anton, and then I'll be able to highlight her out, and then I'll start with Santa Stops Here, and I have kept up with Webco, so I'm pretty happy about that. I like these specific challenges where, like, Carol Saltbox has that strategy, and I know that Ellie from For the Love of Stitches, she actually, from what I can see, uses that strategy monthly, and I kind of think that's, you know, along with Webco, and it gets you to touch, you know, these 25 projects throughout the year, which is nice. But even adding a little bit more of a challenge just to work on something that, you know, for 5 days, it really significantly made a difference for me. I finished 2 really big projects. One of them I started in 2021, and the other one, when did I start Winter Sampler? Good question. I started it in this January 2023. So, I mean, one of them sat for quite a while, and the other one finished within the year. That's cool. I think it's great when you can finish a big project like that. And it really just kind of like 5 days focus made a significant difference. When you see something like Anton, 5 days isn't really making such a big difference. But if you can do that month by month, you know, maybe put her in the rotation for every month or every other month, you really can get a lot done. So I really like that strategy. I think it allows you to have some variety, but yet you can still get some stuff done, which is really kind of like nice about finishing things up. You can get things up on your wall. So my plans are going to be to stick with that 5 for 5 for the rest of May, and who knows, June. Right now, gearing up to finalize all my paperwork for retirement. I'm officially less than a month away. So my last day of work is going to be June 14th, and taking a little time off here and there. So it's actually less than that. And there's a lot of red tape to get through when you retire, trying to get your benefits straightened out and your spouse benefits on your benefits. And if he's on Medicare, nobody wants to know anything. And I think they're really just angling to make you so stressed out that you never even get to collect anything because they like, oh. But anyway, everything's okay. It looks like it's okay, but I'm expecting hiccups here and there. I think everybody goes through them. But I can't wait. I'm really excited. It's going to be bittersweet, but I think I'm totally ready for it. So, it's getting close, though. I really can't believe officially less than a month of school, less than a month of work, of this kind of work. So, I am super excited. I've got really big plans. People keep asking me, what are you going to do? I'm going to do whatever I want. I'm going to do nothing. I'm going to do everything. I just going to do. I have, we have the woodworking business where we do all the tools for fiber arts. I'm going to be, I have all these designs in my head for needle minders and corner gauges, and I have a couple of charts sketched out that I have to put into my design software. There's so much. I don't think I'm going to have a problem filling up time. So just looking forward to it. Anyway, on to the quilting part of, I have finished hand sewing this, it's called Jelly Flower Garden quilt. I can't remember. I'll put it in the box below. But this was all hand-pieced hexagons. And it's using French General and Bella Solids is the white. So I have to figure out, I don't remember what the French General chart was called. Fabric was called, but it's so pretty, and I really enjoyed it. I would sit and work on this when we were watching TV in the evenings, and now I just have to figure out how I want to border it, what I want to do here. So the white border is already sewn on in the hexagons, so I have to figure out, do I finish it straight like that? What do I do? And I know I want to back it with a light material. So, I don't know. Any suggestions? I know I don't want to bind like this pattern. I know I don't want to do that. So I'm leaning towards making this all straight. So if you've done a grandmother's flower garden quilt and have finished it a way that you're really happy with, put it in the comments below. And you know what? I didn't say this in the beginning. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for stopping in if you're new. I am all over the place. I mean, it's not as big of a hot mess as I was the other day, because let me tell you, I stopped that video like 3 or 4 times. So, you thank me now for not publishing that, because it was a mess. And I think that's it, really. Short and sweet. I will be back in 2 weeks. I don't know where that puts me. End of May, Memorial Day weekend sometime. Yep. Hope you're doing well. Hope you guys are getting all your stitching in. Let me know what you're doing. If you're doing anything or you have done anything for May, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Have you ever used any strategies to, instead of just doing a mania or a WIP mania, let me know what you're doing. So that's really, I think that's all I have. I don't think I'm going to forget anything. I haven't really watched a lot of Flosstube. We've had family visiting, so we've been really busy and enjoying them and just spending a lot of time with them while they're here. So not a lot of Flosstube, so I have some catching up to do. And next time I'll make a recommendation on what I've been watching. And that's it. Hope you're doing well. Hope you get some stitching in, and I'll talk to you next time. Stitch away. Bye.